This video could definitely ruffle some feathers, Bills Mafia, but it's a discussion that we need to have. Charles Davis, Chris Brown, and Steve Tasker just gave an absolute flawless summary of Damar Hamlin and what ultimately unfolded last year with the players. So in this video, we're going to discuss, should the Buffalo Bills move on from Damar Hamlin? Just to kind of recap what was stated in that interview at the NFL Combine between Charles Davis, who I think did an excellent job, just from an outside perspective, kind of giving us all perspective on this. And it's true. You know, when Damar Hamlin went down, I literally had the TV on. I came actually right to where I am now. And, you know, I was looking up. I said a prayer, and I was concerned about Damar Hamlin. I was like actually thinking in my head I would give up everything that I've done with my Bills page if Damar Hamlin comes out of this okay. And sure enough, he did. I don't want to give everything up, but it just showed you how serious and how much it meant. That's my only concern. That was my only concern. I didn't care about the Kansas City Chiefs. I didn't care about the Cincinnati Bengals. All I cared about was Damar Hamlin, and I knew if he wasn't okay, if he did not come out of that okay, what that would have meant. So thank God Damar Hamlin is okay, and that's first and foremost. But now everyone is starting to transition to whether Damar Hamlin is ever going to play again. And we have to be wondering that as Bills fans, because he's obviously a rookie, a rising star in the NFL, starter for Bills Mafia, and he's still under contract. But, you know, last year, what happened? It kind of turned into a distraction. Obviously, the bond and love that we have for each and every single player on this team, it's tough when one of your players goes down. Football is irrelevant. You put Damar Hamlin first. Your care and your concern is for Damar Hamlin's well-being. And Trey White, which was brought up by Chris Brown in this NFL Combine interview, but Trey White, after the Patriots game, the final game of the season, said it awesome too. Like, the concern that they had for Damar Hamlin and how close of a bond that they had. I mean, outside of football, they're all friends, you know, and it really impacted them. It's so tough seeing a player go through all of that, right? And the media and all these things. And Chris Brown, Charles Davis, Steve Tasker and Charles Davis specifically went through this in the NFL, where both of them, they stated in this conversation, I suggest you watch it, but all year long they dedicated a memorial, or they dedicated a shrine to one of the players, and it ultimately turned into a little bit of a distraction. It just like these geese behind me, but it really bothered them, you know, and it kind of wore on them as the season went along. And I think that's kind of what happened with the Bills. You know, a lot happened between the mass shooting, between one of the local news stations shutting down one of my channels for bogus reasons, to, you know, Kim Pagula, to the snowstorm, to all the injuries that we had to go through, Gabe Davis, Josh Allen, Von Miller, to the Siran Neal stuff, to the snowstorm. We went through so much, but I think ultimately the deal breaker was Damar Hamlin. So the question arises here, like, Damar Hamlin could easily be put on IR for the Bills and still remain the Buffalo Bills under contract and stuff. And, you know, it is tough. But right now, Damar Hamlin is going to be said to be paid around $1 million for this upcoming year. I don't know. The question it rises. Should we release Damar Hamlin? Should we try to get away from this? You know, having Damar Hamlin there around this team, constantly reminding us of what happened. Trey White said it, you know, he couldn't even watch TV. He couldn't even focus on football. Every time he turned on the TV, that's all he saw. And if you could imagine being there in person on the field with someone that you're best friends with off of the field, that is so firsthand. Going from us, I was here watching it on TV, being that upset, coming outside, wishing that, I'd give up everything if Damar Hamlin was okay. So you think about the emotional impact that they had on the players, like Trey White, the defensive back, Sean McDermott. What a mess that was. And then you go to when we played the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs, them constantly showing Damar Hamlin in the stands and the crowd cheering, and just the emotional turn that had on the fan base, on the players. It's very, very tough. And Damar Hamlin is now, he's an NFL star. Even Josh Allen said Damar Hamlin, he's more popular than Josh Allen now. He is an NFL figure. And Damar Hamlin, just like the doctor said, you already won. Like, when Damar Hamlin came to and he asked if the Bills won, he already won. He won at life. You won the gift of life. And Damar Hamlin even reached out to all the players on the Bills and apologized. He apologized to the players for this to happen. It's not your fault, Damar. It's not your fault, man. Nothing you could do. It's just the stars aligned and something crazy went down. But he apologized. He knew that this wasn't ultimately good for the team. Distraction, right? So tough for Bills Mafia. I think there has to be some sort of way around it here where we can maybe try to retain him, but I think it's definitely going to be tough for the Bills to constantly have Damar Hamlin around, to have us constantly remind us of that. You go back to 13 seconds against the Chiefs. You want to erase those things from your memory, and to be constantly poked and pried and reminded all throughout the season, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And I don't know. I know Damar wants to play again. I would love to see Damar Hamlin wearing the Buffalo Bills jersey the next time he does play, if that is the case. But I don't know, guys. It is a tough thing. And again, check out that interview between Chris Brown, Steve Tasker, and Charles Davis in the NFL Combine. The emotional wear. So we say we want players with grit. We want players this year with just this attitude, right, to punch you in the mouth. But we have those players on this team. It's not like we're missing that. The Bills were emotionally worn towards the end of this season through the impact of all the events that we had, including Damar Hamlin. Super crazy, guys. So let me know in the comments, do you think it's time to move on from Damar Hamlin, even though he's a rising star in the NFL? Let me know in the comments. Hit like, subscribe if you guys enjoyed this. Check you soon. Go Bills. Bye.